ado, hello and welcome
Hi
back
there.
to episode 7 of Film Focus, our weekly independent movie review show, where we're looking at 2 more films that we've been watching this week. Pretty different ones. And lots of trailers that have been coming up on the internet as well. I'm Fred Black.
I'm Anthony Squire.
Yeah, and this week we're going to start looking at our first film, The Three Musketeers, which
Well, you know the story.
Or do they? I think this takes it in a fairly loose context.
Well, you had the 3 older Musketeers, and then the younger D'Artagnan. He was like some high school kid who joined up with some grown-ups club, basically. And
you have the 3 Musketeers are like kind of out of business essentially, as they and they've become like alcoholics and all this sort of dishevelled people. And then along comes D'Artagnan, handsome strapping lad that he is, and tries to save the day. And D'Artagnan's probably the weakest link in the whole thing, isn't he?
You know those American high school dramas where they're having a party and they open up the door and everyone goes running in going, "Awesome! Yeah!"
Yes, I believe I've seen tons of those.
That's D'Artagnan, basically. He's a good actor. What's his name?
I don't know what. I didn't make a point of his
name.
I made a point of
Logan Lerman. He did do a good job as D'Artagnan, but he was just so out of place.
Yeah, but the actual plot of this film is that D'Artagnan kind of reunites the 3 Musketeers and introduces them to this plot to overthrow the King of France, who's actually quite a nice guy. Surprisingly,
putting his evil side to one side, he's actually a top bloke.
Yeah, well, he doesn't know. It's all the people around him, and there's like a plot by the Cardinal and Orlando Bloom, who plays the bad guy rather well, I must say.
I do actually have to agree with you on that.
And they also there's all this plot to overthrow the King of France, and the Musketeers have to save the day, and by basically getting some crown jewels back, essentially.
Yeah, crown jewels,
which it seems like a bit of a cliched and stupid thing to put in there, but
on the plus side, have any of you played Super Mario Galaxy? You know the
Galaxy. I played Galaxy. I haven't played Galaxy. No.
You know Bowser's airships.
I know of them. I'm struggling to think how this has anything to do with
the flying airships.
Well, yeah,
the 3 Musketeers. They reminded me so much of Bowser's flying airships from Super Mario Brothers.
Well, we're putting that to one side until Paul Anderson, who's the director, does the Mario Brothers movie. You can dispel, get rid of those similarities.
It's hard to get rid of those similarities because they're just really there.
I think I actually quite enjoyed this film. I don't know what you thought of it. I actually quite enjoyed it.
It had a good pace, good background music. It had potential to be a lot better.
I see. I thought it was it was exactly what I was expecting. I knew it was Paul Anderson, the genius behind such films as Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
And Resident Evil, behind all the Resident Evil films that have been out. So this guy knows how to do really trashy action films.
He does, but
I think
this one had so much more potential. It could have gone.
I thought it was a little bit just too messy, and maybe the plot was a little bit too. It felt a little too complicated at times than it should have been. Plus, the actors were all right, although I felt that Matthew McFadden, or Faden, or whatever his name is, Athos, was trying to be Gerard Butler and Robert Downey Jr. at the same time. That's what I was just looking at him and listening to him. It's like, you're trying to be like, he's trying to be, who's the guy who plays in 300? What's the lead character? The lead character in 300, he's trying to be like that guy, and a combination of either Sherlock Holmes or Iron Man. I'm just like, yeah, you don't. But that was a bit ropey. And then
the acting was okay on the whole.
It was.
It's just
the one thing I also want to point out. Orlando Bloom reminded me of Captain Jack Sparrow, just a little bit with his kind of suave mannerisms and all this sort. And I was just like, ooh,
a little bit. Probably in the same way the airships reminded me
probably
of Bowser's.
But apart from that, the acting was all good, and I mean, as I said, Orlando Bloom did a very good job, despite mimicking Captain Jack in my eyes.
I mean, there are some really silly moments in it, like when the lady falls off the airship,
Oh yeah, she gets pushed off the air. She jumps off the airship, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Plot spoiler alert.
Well, I won't ruin it for you, but
oh no, but then it's one of those films that is definitely left open for a sequel.
Oh yeah, it was
blatantly left open, and I want them to make a sequel as well because it would be a lot of fun. Although you couldn't call it the Three Musketeers 2, could you?
No, it'd probably be
because
Four Musketeers.
The Four Musketeers, or just the Musketeers. Yes.
Musketeers Strike Back.
Yeah. You could
go
Cardinal. Revenge of the Cardinal. And see, I kept playing Spot the Actor a lot during this because you've got James Corden pops up in a cameo, and they take the piss out of him an awful lot. You've got Orlando Bloom, you've got Mila Jovovich, who's in all of Paul Anderson's films. She's Milady, and then you've got Christopher Waltz, who is the bad guy from Inglourious Bastards. I don't know if you've seen Inglourious Bastards. There's a scene at the start of it where he kind of does this interrogation in this like kind of Austrian hut, and he's this really kind of creepy Nazi officer, and he's turned up in a few things since. But yeah, I was playing like, oh, he's been in this, and like halfway through the film, like every time someone new popped up, I was like, I recognise you. Pause film, go to IMDb, check who they are, keep playing the film. It was just one of those things, like one of these like star-studded casts without it really meaning to be.
Sorry, just mentioning the Nazis, it's reminded me of a trailer.
Oh, for fuck's sake, not that. No, go. Okay, no. Don't get started on that. We've got lots of trailers to talk.
I know.
But yeah,
putting that to one side.
I really enjoyed this film. Actually, I just really enjoyed the action. It was fast. It was
good.
It was all sorts of good.
I just felt it was just something that was sort of thrown together at the last minute. It had so much more potential. It could have been taken a lot further. I only gave it a 4 out of 10.
I gave it a 7. I really enjoyed it. As you probably read over there, my summary of it is big, dumb, and tons of fun. And it is. That's exactly it. And that's exactly what Paul Anderson specialises in. Just big, dumb action films. I mean, if you've seen the Resident Evil movies.
A couple of them.
Yeah. And you know what I'm talking about. And let us not mention Mortal Kombat. Classic of the genre.
Oh, Mortal Kombat was brilliant.
It is brilliantly beautiful.
But this wasn't as good.
It wasn't. No, I'd give Mortal Kombat a higher score just for being so bad it's good. But the Three Musketeers, I'm going to stick with a 7 out of 10. I'm trying to think what else to say about it. I think I said all I need to say. Anything else you want to add in on that? No. You can't be bothered to fuck this film. Move on. I think that brings us quite onto our trailers really quickly then. We start with our first one, Reuniting the Rubins.
This was a fun trailer. Basically, was it the kids had restraining orders against each other?
Oh yeah, but the father put those on him.
Yeah.
It's essentially this guy, his grandmother is admitted to hospital and then very quickly admitted out again. And he rushes to see what's wrong. And one of her last wishes is that she wants all her grandchildren to
get along with each other.
To just get along with each other and meet up for some sort of family reunion. And apparently they all hate each other in various ways. And it
looked like good humour. I mean, there's a brilliant moment in the trailer where a war scene. And this son just opens up the tank door.
Yeah, he's dressed in a suit and business clothes, and he just opens up his door and just picks up a phone. Hello, yes, what's going on? It looks quite bizarre, maybe a bit kind of down key. I think
it could be good.
It could be very good. From watching all these trailers. I mean, I wouldn't ordinarily go onto these sites and watch, all the trailers released during a week. But now we get a chance, I now know of this film and I'm excited for this film. And
I'm looking forward to this one. It doesn't look too hyped up. Some of the trailers we watch, every other screenshot is a masterpiece.
Oh,
fantastic!
But this one was as well.
Best film of its generation. It's just give me a break.
Yeah, but this one was as well though. This had all those quotes going through it.
Not as many.
No. But maybe we
not
just
even
did
half as many.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah. But it does look a very good film.
It looks fun, enjoyable. I just hope the trailer wasn't live.
No, let's hope not. Yeah. Our second trailer is the very deadpan Damsels in Distress.
Again,
which is
another comedy. It's
another high school comedy that actually looks funny.
Yeah, it's three girls, high school girls, take on a fourth high school girl. Not take up, they add to their gang, basically. Well, you can even call it a gang. And the Suicide Prevention Centre.
Oh, yeah.
Just the whole lack of emotion, like, how are you feeling? Oh God, my life's in ruins. Have you ever felt like this? No.
No, not at all. Never. But it seems like they're trying to figure out guys at the same time as, trying to fall in love with them as well. Or, in one case, not.
See, usually I'd say it looks like One Tree Hill with some added ingredients.
But this one
isn't One Tree Hill.
This isn't. No, this is very, very clever. Whereas One Tree Hill really isn't.
One Tree Hill is beautiful, but
you can't call it clever.
Moving on.
Yeah, Damsels in Distress. Very, very dry humour, but very funny.
Yeah, it looked a good, fun film to watch.
Yeah,
I'm going to watch it when it comes out.
Next one, though, is definitely not a dry sense of humour, very out there. It's a red band trailer for Wanderlust.
This is beautiful.
You asked that we put this in the episode because we do kind of take trailers out for, we're not that interested in them. And I was surprised that we put this one in there.
Which is funny.
To be honest, I'm looking forward to it because I liked the last film that the director did, Role Models, with Paul Rudd and Sean William Scott, and that's actually very funny. But I don't know why. This one just okay.
Looked. It's going to be either a hit or miss. Obviously, if a couple go on holiday, somehow accidentally drive into a nudist camp, they're going to stay at the nudist camp. That's just obviously obvious that's going to happen.
Yeah. It's the nearest one there. They have to do it.
Yeah. And some of the jokes look good. Obviously they can't show you every single joke. It's one of those...
They showed you a fair few.
I just hope it didn't show us all of them. It's going to be hit or miss.
Yeah, well, I don't know, comedies like this, they can take them over a certain line. Like American Pie films can take them over a certain line and not be funny.
Yeah.
This one has the possibilities to do that, but at the same time... like you said, it could be entertaining. Hit or miss.
Yeah.
And it's one of the ones of this week that we've had that are very hit or miss.
There's no middle ground on this one.
We'll either love it or hate it.
Yeah.
I don't know what I think I'm predispositioned to hate it. I don't know why. I don't know, but even though I like the guy's last film... You've got to give it a fair
chance.
I will give it a fair chance. I give every film a fair chance. Yes.
Moving on.
But, I don't know, there was something that didn't really grab me about it.
What, the comedy looked a bit too predictable?
I think so, yeah. I don't know. It's just something that wasn't exactly drawing me in.
Well, I'm just repeating myself now, hit or miss.
But, yeah.
This brings us on to the next trailer.
Oh,
Last Days Here.
Last Days Here. Now, I picked this one simply because of... It's a music documentary that very much reminds me of Anvil, the story of Anvil. And you haven't seen that, but it's about a band, an influential metal band from the 80s, I think. And, and it just follows their obscure, present-day lives. And they're still in, the band. And this one follows another kind of failed metal band, Pentagram, isn't it?
That guy's really messed up.
Yeah, and their lead singer who is completely fucked up on every sort of drug. He's known to man, essentially.
Really screwed up.
And it seems to be a group of fans just decide to get Pentagram back together because they have tons of unreleased material, and now with the internet age, they've got means to put it out there for everyone to listen to. So... it does look
a pretty predictable film in terms of the guy will say, I don't know if I can get back with the band, but in the last 10, 12 minutes, he'll be there.
Maybe you didn't know that. You could, honestly say, that was so predictable, I saw that coming, but the way that guy is messed up...
True.
I don't think he can...
But I think the humour is going to be really on that guy being messed up. I'm probably just reading way too much into it.
Into a documentary, yes, you probably are. But no, it does look a very entertaining film. I'm not going to lie. I'm very interested to see this one, and I think in terms of music documentaries, it'll go down as well as Anvil.
I'll wait till it comes out on DVD.
Fair enough. I might have to find some cinema release of it. Might not. We'll see.
See how it goes.
Which brings us to our last trailer.
My favourite one of the week, Sound of Noise.
Really? Your favourite one of the week?
My favourite trailer.
I'm surprised at that one, actually.
Okay.
I would have thought the first one for next episode would have got it.
No, because there weren't any Nazis coming down from space.
But there's no Nazis in this one.
No, this one's completely out there.
It is a bit bonkers, isn't it?
It starts off with a bank robbery, but all the noises they're making, like shredding, stamping noises.
They don't seem to actually rob the bank in the end. They just seem to
make noises.
Make a tune, don't they? With all the instruments. I mean, I don't know if you've seen like Blue Man Group or stuff, but or Stomp. You must have heard of Stomp.
I've heard of it, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, but it's like people that make music with everyday objects. And they make songs with everyday objects. And that's exactly what they do during this film. And it's fascinating stuff. But they're bank robbers. So they're like criminals, essentially. And they're really...
Then later on, like people, doctors in the middle of surgery. And then they all just start dancing and making these noises. Like...
And they're operating on someone. Yeah, and it looks completely bonkers. No idea really what the film is about, apart from a police officer trying to track down these guys making music.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah, very, very oddball. Very odd film. I was literally just kind of watching this trailer going, oh, really? Okay.
I loved it. It was just making noises out of everything. And then that guy going, no, stop it!
Yes. Oh no, that's because they're shredding the money. Do you not realise doing that paper shredder they were putting money through the paper shredder?
Oh yeah.
And so that's why it was going, which I thought was quite funny. They did, and that's why I thought they didn't rob the bank, because they were just getting rid of the money.
You're right, actually.
Yeah. Which makes me think what their actual crime is. But hey, we'll just have to see, won't we?
Maybe if I have a court scene and like the judge like bang and then...
Yeah, they'll start doing this whole song and dance in a courtroom. That'd be amazing. The scenes that should be. And that ends our trailers. Most of them are good. Most of them are good this way. And they're all from apple.com or Empire Magazine online. So, we all get them from there. We always try to point that out, but I've forgotten the past few weeks, so...
Don't worry.
Yeah. But you can find them if you want to know.
It brings us nicely onto the second film, which is Footloose.
Well, nicely, I don't know. Footloose, yes. AKA High School Musical 4.
It's set in some random US village. And
they've banned dancing, loud music. They've set a curfew up for children, all because after a loud party in the late hours of the night, some kids got killed on a highway.
But even though whoever gets killed has got nothing to do with
nothing to do with loud music or anything. They ban loud music. And then radical newcomer, Ren McCormack, who, quite interestingly, was originally meant to be played by Zac Efron of High School Musical fame, but he dropped out.
Now there's an amazing coincidence.
You can imagine you can just see the writer is just going, damn, right, who we can get that looks just like Zac Efron? You, Kenny Wormold.
The film surprisingly moved at a really good pace. The background music was good. It was just a high school drama with some music thrown in, and I enjoyed it. It was
so boring.
It was just...
Wow. No, it was not wow. There was nothing wow about it. Sort from like some interesting dance sequences. Vaguely interesting. I mean, the bit in the warehouse where he runs into... I mean, I haven't seen the original with Kevin Bacon, so I can't compare it to the original Footloose dance sequence there. But it was an alright dance sequence, and there were some good bits in it, but it was just this like, oh yes, an angry teen lashing out at the world through the medium of dance, and not as, they would conventionally do with a crowbar to the face or something,
It's just like they'll follow the vicar, like the vicar says, yes, I think they should be banned in this village. Okay, vicar, whatever you say.
Well, he does bring up, the new guy does bring up the side. What happened to separation of church and state? And they like, who organised the curfew? Church. Who organised the no drinking? Church. But yeah, it was just it's just stuffed full of loads of cliches and everything like that. You know, like he falls in love with the hot girl next door.
Yeah,
so it's just. I mean, he doesn't really. There's that also the subplot of the trucker, or the racing guy, who just seems to be put in there so they can put someone in to fight them.
Oh yeah, that bit.
And he just has some random fight sequences which are completely unwarranted and don't really amount to anything.
I thought it was good. I thought it was funny. You had mid to late 20-year-olds playing mid to late teen-year-olds.
Well, that's always what you're going to do, isn't it? You have to.
I just love those scenes where you look at the high school kids and you think, wait a minute, he's got more stubble than the actual teacher. He looks older than the teacher.
Yeah. But wait a minute, he's got. That's just wrong. He's got more stubble than the teacher. It's just a shaving regime, sir.
Dennis Quaid was good as the vicar. He just.
No,
he did the best.
He couldn't really save it though.
He did the best he could.
I really did not like this. It was just. I don't know. Apart from like some good music and some good dance sequences, then there was.
I mean, that scene halfway through it where we want to go dancing. Where? I don't know. Okay, and they drive out. What was it? 10 miles or something outside the village.
I don't know.
So they can't be tracked.
They can't be tracked. Not that their parents won't know where they've gone, or won't check up on them. Oh, is that where they go to the diner?
Yeah.
And they have that dance party outside the diner.
Yeah. And one of them says, "I can't dance." You gotta try.
Oh no! They go to the line dancing bar, don't they?
Yeah.
They go to the line dancing bar, which is and again that's one of the better scenes of the film, because when they're actually dancing and they're doing all this choreographed stuff and the music's quite fun, but then you just get involved with all the teen emotion bullshit, and it's just you're just watching it going, I've seen this all before, I've heard this all before.
Predictability.
It's like someone's just tracing over an old high school, every old script that they can find.
So where do we get these writers from?
Yeah, we dig them up from the last time they. It's like they've taken The Breakfast Club and then just gone no.
I thought this film was good. It's worth watching at least once. It moves at a decent pace. Good background music. It's cheesy, predictable.
Yes, and I agree with those last 2 points.
The acting was beautiful.
Acting was nowhere near beautiful. It was High School Musical 4. You only needed to have Zac Efron and a Disney logo attached to it, and it would have been,
Yeah, but putting that to one side.
No, that's exactly what it was. I mean, you got everything just mimicked it, and it was boring as hell because of it. I'm going to give it a 3.
3?
A 3.
Oh,
big
man.
3 right there.
I gave it a 6.
It's just a big 3 right there.
6.
Yeah, you can't really do that. It's swearing language. I have 3 hands. No, it was so bad. I really couldn't.
It was so bad it was good.
No, it wasn't. Mortal Kombat, as we said before, Mortal Kombat is a film so bad it's good. This one is not.
Yeah, t-shirt.
Quick change of subject before he realises that I like this film. God, man, we made quick time today. Jesus, we've got the timer beside that. We made really quick time with this. We know what we're doing now. We're getting shorter and shorter with this.
We're professionals.
We are professionals. Don't worry, man. We're professionals. I think that finishes our reviews, though.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thank you for watching. It's been fun.
It's been good.
It's been a good episode. Look forward to the next episode. I mean, we'll finish these and start the next one. I don't know where yours has gone.
That's it.
I don't know where yours. He said, right, we'll be a while before we do the next episode then.
See you in a few minutes.
See you later, guys. Take care.